Good evening, everybody. My name's Cindy Gallagher. I'm the principal of Keene High School. I'm standing in tonight for Samantha Belcourt, our director, who couldn't join us. She extends her thank yous to the parents and congratulations to our graduates. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this ceremony. Let's invite the the teachers and instructors in. As they come in, let's greet them with a round of applause. I'll let you know, there's no graduation cue. Pretty soon, though. Dun, 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 dun. No, just kidding. I'm watching for them to come through that door. I can hear them. Can you guys hear them? The second longest march will be when we bring them from the gym all the way to the baseball field. Don't be surprised, this next group in are parents. You guys are sitting up there. That way. It's my pleasure to be up here tonight. I'm going to do a quick introduction, and then we'll get on with all the fun. Tonight, we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of the amazing students who have dedicated the last 2 years of their academic lives to complete one of our 16 Career Center programs. To say that they've persevered is an understatement when you think about all that they've had to do and to complicate it with the pandemic. I'd like to congratulate you very quickly overall. In addition to our students, we need to thank our faculty and our staff at the Cheshire Career Center. Their work and dedication and drive provides these young people with education and opportunities that very few other students get to experience. It sets the course for a career path. The programs have enabled students to earn college credit, industry certifications, and for many, post-secondary hours, which is the same thing as saying college, or post-secondary hours leading them to more college time, in a degree for their chosen field. It's certainly been a challenging 2 years. I'm very proud of all of you. Instructors, it's been amazing seeing you work this through with COVID and all of the different instructional changes, and I'm very proud of all of you as well. I'm glad to work with you. We also want to recognize our community partners. We have folks here today who will be giving scholarships, and we have community partners that work with each of our programs. It's your commitment that helps us keep going, so thank you very much as well. And last and not least, everybody just turn around, take a look over here. We got to remember to thank the families, the guardians, the friends. It's your turn to clap for them. You're going to clap for them. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for making sure they get here on time. Thank you for encouraging them to stay through the programs and for helping us make sure that they're leaving here successfully. It's now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Janine Jewett, the Cheshire Career Center Administrative Assistant. Janine.
Good evening, everybody, and congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you. Thanks, Calvin. I have the honor of giving the first 4 scholarships tonight. And so I'm going to begin with the Monadnock Region Board of Realtors Scholarship. Each year, the Monadnock Region Board of Realtors presents a scholarship award to one deserving student at each of their 4 local high schools. The applicants must have maintained a 3.5 GPA through high school, emulate the realtor spirit by having demonstrated involvement and dedication to their community, and show desire to continue such dedication for their community in their chosen field. This year's recipient of the $1,000 scholarship will be going to Colby Sawyer College to pursue a career in nursing this coming fall. It's my honor to congratulate Eliza Mitchell. Our second scholarship of the evening is the Good Child Music, Media, and Marketing Scholarship. During his time at Keene High School, Mark Exit Goodchild was a DECA state officer, won multiple state competitions in advertising and food marketing, and took marketing classes with Mr. John Lupa. Mark Goodchild was a hip-hop kid with baggy clothes and a Walkman, and it was John Lupa's ability to relate to his students that inspired Mark to go into the music industry. Since graduating from Keene High School in 1995, Mark has gone on to work as a vocal engineer for artists including Whitney Houston, Usher, Nelly, Lil Wayne, Outkast, and Ludacris. This year, the Cheshire Career Center is pleased to announce the Good Child Music, Media, and Marketing Scholarship will be given to 2 students who exemplify aptitude and ambition in a creative field that is integrated with marketing education. I am pleased to present these scholarships on behalf of Mark Exit Goodchild to Ian Bergeron and Gage McGurk. So our next scholarship is the Keene Memorial Fund. This fund was set up to honor a senior that has demonstrated a willingness to work hard at his or her studies, has concern for the well-being of the community, and has an intention to pursue further education. Our recipient tonight has done all of the above and more. She's a member of the National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, Student Council, Class Council. She has participated in varsity sports as well as yearbook club. This fall, she plans to major in accounting at Bentley University. It is my great honor to award this $1,500 scholarship to Kelsey Marshall. On behalf of the Cass family, I am honored to present the George E. Cass Memorial Scholarship. George Cass served with great distinction as the business manager of SAU 29 from 1968 to 1975 when he died at the age of 39 following a heart operation. He was respected and loved by multiple people. This scholarship was created by donations from friends, associates, community groups, including his classmates and the people of his hometown, Peterborough, the towns of SAU 29 and former SAU 21 of Hampton, New Hampshire. During his marriage, George E. Cass and his wife Dorothy had 3 daughters who all attended Jonathan Daniels Keene Junior High School and Keene High School. They have dedicated their careers to public education. His older daughter, Tammy Kraft, works at Pinkerton Academy. His middle daughter, Terry Koppel, devoted 20 years as a tutor of Jonathan Daniels, and his youngest daughter, Tina McLaughlin, still teaches at Keene High School. The George E. Cass Memorial Fund Scholarship is presented to a Keene High School student who will be continuing his or her education in the vocational, technical, or business fields. The award goes to a student who has made a significant contribution to their school and/or church and maintained a good scholastic average. I'm proud to announce this year's recipient is Ian Bergeron. So I'm going to take a break from scholarships for a few minutes, and I'm going to call up Mrs. Dawn Lagasse to do the next 2.
Good evening, everyone. I am here first to award scholarships for Keene Beauty Academy. Unfortunately, Jean Chappelle was unable to come this evening. Many of the graduates from our program continue on to go there at the local cosmetology school. So this evening, I would like to award scholarships for Keene Beauty Academy to Miss Phoebe Rigg. Congratulations, they're coming. Okay. All right. You can stay here though if you want. While everybody comes up. Okay. And also Miss Lacey Champney. Congratulations. And also Kiki Smith, who is unable to make it this evening. I also wanted to thank them for their continued kindness and support. These scholarships are in the amount of $500 each for these students continuing on. Okay. You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. I know, no scholarships. So I'm here also to award the Cosmetology Scholarship Classroom Award. This scholarship was developed to aid students in their pursuit of a cosmetology career. Students in cosmetology classes have raised money for this scholarship through their classroom salon and their product sales, and also a braid-a-thon fundraiser that they did. So this year, I'm happy to announce that we will be awarding 3 $500 scholarships through all of their efforts. These students have shown their dedication to this industry in many ways, staying after class to create designs for classroom competitions, to work in the Blackbird Beauty Salon, and 2 of them have participated in Skills USA New Hampshire. It gives me great pleasure to award these cosmetology scholarships to Miss Phoebe Rigg, and present Miss Lacey Champney. I had to check this time. Oops. And also Miss Kiki Smith. These students, oh, go ahead, sorry. Thank you. All three of these students will be pursuing their cosmetology degree from Keene Beauty Academy beginning in the fall.
Thank you, Don. And I would like to call up Jerome McDougall next to present the Margaret M. McDougall Nursing Scholarship.
I was doing pretty good until I saw you students come in. Now I'm getting a little jittery, being up here in front of you. Plus, Principal Gallagher, I think, already stated about half of what I had in mind. So I could be in a little trouble here. Mom was known, I know her as Mom, of course. She's known in the medical community and the town community as Peg McDougall. The scholarship is awarded annually to a Keene senior who plans to pursue higher education in nursing or a related medical field. Mom passed away in 2019, and one day my light bulb went on, and I thought, how can I honor Mom's memory? And I thought, what about a scholarship? So the first thing I'd like to do tonight is thank the SAU. They were great walking me through and educating me the ins and outs of scholarship, how they work, and how to make that happen. Secondly, I'd like to thank the Career Center, in particular Janine, and I think you really have a great asset there at the Career Center with Janine. She always gets back to me, keeps me in the loop, keeps me informed, and from my view, she does a great job over there. I'd also like to thank the trustees of trust funds. They're the ones that really make this thing go around. They do all the mathematics, which is way out of my area, and help select the recipients. And without them, they're really the key to this whole thing is the trustees. So I'll tell you a little bit about Mom. Peg graduated from Boston City School of Nursing, which was one of the premier medical facilities back in the 30s and 40s. She later served as a nurse ensign in the U.S. Navy Nursing Corps. In '63, she relocated to the Keene area with her family and soon joined the former Elliott Community Hospital as an RN in the emergency room. She played Cheshire Medical Center, moved to Court Street in '73, and a couple years later, she became head nurse of the third floor. I don't think she was really thrilled about taking that on. She was working in the ER, and she was fulfilled with doing that work. The president at the time, I'm not going to name his name because some of you might actually remember him. The third floor, let's just say it wasn't all it could be. Some of you younger people might know it as it was a horror show up there. A few short months later, Cheshire third floor was known as one of the best. And I think it's safe to say that Mom was probably one of the finest RNs that walked the floor, the halls and the corridors and the rooms of Cheshire they've ever had. I've had many, many thoughts of inspiration, achievement, and competency from many of the MDs in the medical community here. There are people that were in my high school class that went on to work as nurses for Mom, and they were scared to death when they first went, but she quickly calmed them down, showed them the ropes, and backed them up 100%. She was a recipient of the Cheshire Medical's President's Award in '87, and she was the Cheshire County Heart Council of the American Heart Association chose her as the Valentine Dinner Dance honored guest for extensive work with cardiac patients. It was a really fun night. Mom didn't like the limelight, but occasionally we had to throw her in there and get her some of the acknowledgement that she deserved. After she retired from the floor, she went to work for Dr. Kimball Temple in his office because he loved Mom, and a little bit easier pace there, I think, in his office than it was up on the floor in the ER. Mom had 5 children, and all graduates of Keene High School. I'm a graduate of 1972 Keene High School. So I want to read you just 2 quick things from people. And these were written very shortly after Mom passed. The first one is from a fellow, a member of family who was very close to Mom. And here's what he had to say about her. Aunt Peg was one of the greatest women I've ever known. Her quiet strength was instrumental in so many lives. She was a true hero in my life and in so many others. The world is diminished by her absence. Before I read this last one, I just want to give you one more personal note, is that as impressive and comprehensive that Mom's medical profession was, she basically raised the 5 of us alone under extremely demanding circumstances. And I could write a book about that, but I'm not going to tell you because it's not that much fun, and this is supposed to be a fun night. This was written by a man who was a nurse, one of Mom's nurses, and here's what he had to say. Peg McDougall was one of the most compassionate nurse managers I have had the honor to work with. She always went above and beyond what is normally expected of nurses and nurse managers, and she expected the same for those that worked with her. I worked with Peg back in the late 70s and early 80s, and she is one of the few managers that I remember. I wanted to be like her. Her compassion for both staff and the patients that were under her wing was one of the hallmarks that set her apart from her contemporaries. When my dad was dying of cancer in 1981, Peg told me to take as much time off as I needed to be with my dad. She told me that family is number one. I was able to be with my dad when he took his last breath, and for that, Peg McDougall has a special reserved place in my heart. I am sure God welcomed her with the words we all want to hear when we take our last breath. Welcome home, good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. And so, after getting to know Mom just a little bit, it's my great honor and pleasure on behalf of my sister and my 2 brothers, who couldn't be here tonight, the 2022 Margaret McDougall Scholarship to Marie Prock. Marie was out of school today, ill. This is a nursing scholarship winner, but I'll be getting together with her and her mom soon. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Luca Paris, and I can't be here tonight because of other obligations, but I did not want to miss the opportunity to give out the Culinary Journey Scholarship Award. This award has been given out since 2003. It was started about 3 years after I moved to the region, and it was something we wanted to do, my wife and I, to give back to the community and the food community. And working with Scott Rogers and this program has been absolutely amazing. In those years, we've created Culinary Journeys. It's a nonprofit organization that is built on the Culinary Journey Scholarship and giving that out. So it's a wonderful moment to be here. I wanted to do this whether I could be here in person or not, because this year's recipient is a special kind of person. One that, when we think about what this award was built for, epitomizes the role of an individual going into the culinary world and will make a difference. We've given it out to an incredible amount of kids over the last 19 years, and all of them have gone on to make a difference and do some beautiful things. And this year, I'm really excited about this individual. You know, I just asked Scott a couple of things and said, you know, tell me a couple of things about this person and how they do and how they are in your class. Working hard every day, eager to learn, role model to his peers, kind and considerate to all, great team player, well, we'll talk about where they're going soon. And I saw all that because I got to work side by side with him in the kitchen, at events, and in the years that, this year being my change year, where I'm getting out of the culinary industry and more into a role in the public world in the area, I got to get the pleasure of working with the next generation. Not only him, but other people that work at my restaurant that do an incredible job and are going through this program. But I'm taking up too much time, I know, but this is that important. This young gentleman, he's going to Lake Region Community College. He's going to major in culinary arts. I enjoyed every minute I got to work with him, and I cannot wait to work with him as a professional in the world. He's ready to do this today, but I'm so excited, and we are giving out the largest scholarship we ever had for Culinary Journey Scholarship of $4,000 to Keller Grissom. Thanks, Keller.
And talk pretty loud. Okay, there we go. So our next presenter, Mr. Don Turner, to present the Gordy B. Davis Automotive Scholarship.
Excuse me. Guys are used to that, right? Gordy B. Davis Automotive Fund. A little bit about Gordy B. Davis. Gordon B. Davis, excuse me. Gordy was his nickname. Was a resident of Swansea. He passed away on November 30th, 2013. Gordy was a graduate from Keene High School in 1967, and a 1972 graduate of Keene State College. He worked for more than 30 years in the Volkswagen business, including opening his own shop in 1989. Prior to his passing, Gordy worked for the KSC Dining Commons for 7 years, and he continued to work on antique vehicles part-time. He devoted his life to all things Volkswagen. Gordy set up this fund for a student going further with their education in the automotive industry. The student receiving this award is going to Lakes Region Community College for the Toyota T10 program. The student obviously has been in automotive for 2 years, played 5 years of basketball, 2 years in varsity football, 4 years playing in a high school band, won a statewide essay contest for Daughters of the American Revolution, and maintained high honor roll and high honors for most of his high school career. It's my pleasure to award this to Sean Tracy.
Did you take some of mine with you? That's all right. Thank you. I would like to next call Matt Olson up to present the Quarter Mile Scholarship on behalf of the Olson family.
Hello, everyone. I'm just going to go through this quite quickly. Janine said it all. This scholarship is set up on behalf of my family. I'm to hand out the scholarship to a student who is a 2-year completer in either automotive or the machine tool program. This scholarship was set up by my dad, who I like to say between the two of us have almost 40 years in teaching experience, and he has 35 of them. So, you know, he's doing great. This year's recipient is going to further his education in the automotive field. You just heard it all from Don, so I don't have to spoil the surprise and go through it again. Congratulations to Sean Taylor. Tracy.
Next will be the Business Department Scholarship, and Mr. Norm Whittle will be presenting it.
Good evening. The Business Scholarship is awarded to students who have excelled in business. The scholarship is made possible through the proceeds collected from Entrepreneurship Day. Entrepreneurship Day is where students in Introduction to Business and Small Business Management classes develop, create, promote, and sell their product to students and staff at the Cheshire Career Center and Keene High School. This year, 2 students are recipients of this scholarship. First one is Kelsey Marshall. And Ian Bergeron.
All right, our next scholarship is going to be the Nicholas Smith Horticulture Scholarship, and Miss Hannah Hibbard will be presenting it.
Good evening, everybody. So the Nicholas Allen Smith's Horticulture Scholarship is given in memory of Nicholas Smith, who was a Keene High School graduate and enrolled in the horticulture program here at the Cheshire Career Center. Nick's parents, sister, and friends created this award to honor his memory. Our recipient tonight has completed all horticulture classes in the CCC. He is a member of the KHS Student Athlete Leadership Committee, has volunteered over 100 hours at the Keene Bike Park. He's a 4-year member of the Wildlife Conservation Club, and he is on the KHS Bass Fishing and Alpine Skiing teams. Just to name a few of his activities. He will be continuing his education at Plymouth State College next year. It is my honor to award this $2,500 scholarship to Noah Kress.
Okay, I am next. So I have the honor of presenting the Scott R. Ball Memorial Scholarship. The Scott R. Ball Memorial Scholarship was established by family and friends in loving memory of Scott Ryan Ball, who died at the age of 16 and a half years following a car accident on the evening of November 29, 1999. At the time of the accident, Scott was a junior at Keene High School. Scott had plans to pursue a career as an EMT paramedic, and he was also very involved in horticulture activities. Scott was described as a bright, energetic, and caring young man who was respected by his peers and friends for his kindness, unselfish manner, and loyalty. He was a dedicated, ambitious, and hardworking teenager who had a great sense of humor. It is the wish of Scott's family that this scholarship be awarded to a student who exemplifies the many interests and qualities that made Scott a very special young man. This student would be furthering his or her education in the emergency medical sciences safety field, pursuing EMT paramedic training, or continuing education in the horticulture area, including forestry. The recipient of Scott's scholarship does not have to be a straight-A student, but should demonstrate initiative, a willingness to work hard, and always be willing to help someone in need without expecting something in return. Scott would certainly be proud and pleased to know that he has helped someone in a small way to pursue further education and a career related to his own interests. This year, there is ample funding to allow for 2 $1,400 scholarship awards to be given, and there are 2 students who exemplify the interests and qualities that make Scott a very special young man. The first student to receive this award will graduate from Fall Mountain Regional High School and has completed the Cheshire Career Center programs for fire science and EMT honors. He has served as a junior firefighter for Walpole, New Hampshire, and Ackworth, and has worked for several local businesses. In football, he was selected for All-State and Chad, East versus West. He will attend Southern Maine Community College in South Portland, Maine in the fall to study fire science, EMT, and plans to go into the live-in program at a local fire department to gain experience while attending college. His end goal is to move west to become a wildland firefighter on a hotshot crew. It is with pleasure that we present the first of this year's Scott R. Ball Memorial Scholarship Award in the amount of $1,400 to Quinn Healy. Well, and since Austin's name is up there, I'll read a little bit about him. So the second student to receive this award will graduate from Monadnock Regional High School and has also completed the Cheshire Career Center programs for fire science and EMT honors. He has served as a junior firefighter for Spofford, New Hampshire, and firefighter for Swansea, New Hampshire. He has also worked at several local businesses. He was active and held board positions in the Monadnock Interact Club, volunteering for many service projects, and successfully participated in Monadnock Regional High School football, hockey, lacrosse, and track and field. He will attend Lakes Region Community College in Laconia in the fall to study fire science, EMT, and will take it to the next level by his commitment to the Chichester, New Hampshire Fire Department as a live-in firefighter. He is excited for a career in firefighting and EMT. It is with pleasure that we present the second of this year's Scott R. Ball Memorial Scholarship Award in the amount of $1,400 to Austin Wyman.
You get a hug.
There you go. And I would like to call back up Ms. Hannah Hibbard to present the Matthew C. Fraser FFA Memorial Scholarship.
Hello again. The Matthew C. Fraser FFA Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of Matthew C. Fraser of Nelson. Matt attended the Cheshire Career Center and was very involved in the horticulture program at FFA, serving as vice president of the FFA for 2 years. He participated in many FFA scholarships and activities and completed in the horticulture career development events throughout the state, taking first place in the New Hampshire tractor operations. His work ethic, enthusiasm, and love for the great outdoors and caring personality endeared him and his friends, family, and all that knew Matt. Again, it is with my great honor that I present this $500 scholarship to Noah Kress.
I would like to introduce Maura Croto and Steve Iowanu to present the Keon Iowanu Memorial Scholarship.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time doing this, so it's been 3 years last time. And it doesn't get any easier being up here, so bear with me, please. I'm going to try to make the street, but I want to thank Maura and all the other friends that started this memorial fund for my brother all those years ago. Keon did everything to, help anybody he could, whatever way he could, and it's a way of kind of memorializing him and giving back. So I'm really happy that I can do this, and really appreciate friends and family that helped donate and were there with me. I want to thank Scott and Kathleen for everything you do for the program. It's amazing, and you guys are awesome. The winner of this year's scholarship is I've got a few or some art from Scott, and he's just had nothing but great things to say about him, and well, Luca did too, so he pretty much said everything, but he's really hardworking, compassionate, eager to help everybody, and just kind and considerate, and so he definitely fits the bill, and I'm really happy to be able to present this year's scholarship to Keller Williams. Keller Grissom, sorry. Sorry, Keller.
So our last award for the scholarship portion is going to be given by Ms. Jen Antashevitz, and it is the Linda Prue Kindness Award.
Linda Prue worked with us at the Keene School District for 48 and a half years. She was an executive assistant for the Cheshire Career Center for 44 years. Linda has many great work skills, but the best one known is her ability to work well and effectively with anyone. Linda's extensive knowledge, calm demeanor, great sense of humor, and her Energizer Bunny work ethic are all qualities that we loved about her. It is for these reasons that the staff of the Cheshire Career Center decided to create the Linda Prue Kindness Award in honor of her retirement in 2020. The Cheshire Career Center staff submit nominations each year and look for students who exemplify similar traits as Linda. Linda has a huge heart. The recipient should be a thoughtful and kind person. Linda is a hard worker. The recipient shall demonstrate a good work ethic and be able to work effectively with anyone. Linda always goes above and beyond what is expected of her. The recipient shall always go that extra mile without being asked. Linda would always stop what she was doing to help others. The recipient must be a team player and be willing to help others. This year's recipient has many of Linda's qualities. His culinary arts teacher says this young man is one of the nicest people I have ever met. He is kind, considerate, and patient of others. He helps his fellow students all the time without being asked to do so. He is just flat out a wonderful human being. On behalf of the entire Cheshire Career Center staff, we would like to present the Linda Prue Kindness Award to Keller Grissom.
And I'll introduce Mr. Charles Hansel to recognize our student ambassadors.
Good evening. Thank you very much. And congratulations to the class of 2022. Nice job, guys. I've had the pleasure of working with the student ambassadors for the Career Center. The Cheshire Career Center Student Ambassador Program is a leadership program that offers high school students an opportunity to represent and promote career and technical education to prospective students, community supporters, middle schools, and other guests. They conduct center tours, attend recruitment events, and provide presentations when needed. These individuals have been recognized by their instructors as having demonstrated strong leadership skills, exhibited strength in character, an outstanding work ethic, and overall scholarship. I am now pleased to recognize this year's senior Cheshire Career Center ambassadors. If you'll come up when I call your name. Ian Bergeron, Brianna Clay, Mark D'Arcy, Noah Kress, Gage McGirt, Eliza Mitchell, Ava Pelkey, Harley Phillipson, Phoebe Rigg, and Kyle Waite Brooks. Congratulations, guys. Thank you very much for your service this year. At this point, we're going to switch gears and move on to the presentation of the Career Center Certification of Completion and Recognition of Outstanding Students for 2022. We're going to recognize programs alphabetically, beginning with the accounting program with the instructor Norm Whittle. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'll call out names. What's that? Jonah Frost. Kelsey Marshall. Andashu Musin. Jared Rokes. And Marcus Rokes.
The accounting program provides students with the knowledge and skills necessary for a solid understanding of accounting principles. When you consider today's entrepreneurial economic climate, this program is extremely useful for anyone who plans on working in business, starting their own business, or who simply want a good understanding of finances. This program introduces accounting for business and personal use and serves as a solid foundation for business opportunities, employment, and post-secondary studies in all areas of business. In this program, students use the language of business to assemble, analyze, process, and communicate essential information about financial operations. Students are exposed to recording, summarizing, and presenting financial information and the methods of analyzing these statements. Also, students apply their accounting knowledge to a small business accounting application of QuickBooks Pro. Students can elect to receive 6 college credits from River Valley Community College Running Start program. This year, for the outstanding student in accounting is awarded to a student who has completed both Accounting 1 and Accounting 2. This student consistently has displayed determination, dedication, diligence, persistence, endurance, and committed to their learning and work ethic in this program. For these reasons, I am honored to award Andy Musin with the Cheshire Career Center Outstanding Accounting Award.
Next up is the Automotive Technology Program with its instructor, Don Turner. Braden Audette. Zach Cole. Jacob Hutchins. Brian Kerber.
It's closed mouths.
Close mouth? Yeah. Apologize for that. Cosmos Laristis. Calvin Lordy. Sean Tracy. Preston Boisine.
Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2022. These guys up here you see are all program completers. The automotive program entails online learning, activities at home, classroom instruction, and hands-on assessments. As you can imagine, during the pandemic, it was a little bit difficult to do this. These students endured remote learning, hybrid schedules during a difficult time, and they've shown resilience in completing the program comparable with the industry standards. To become a completer, the student must pass Auto 1 and 2 with a grade of 80% or better for both years, and also pass entry-level ASE certification. ASE usually requires 2 years of tenure in the industry before having the opportunity to achieve the ASE certification. These students have all achieved that goal. Congratulations. My outstanding student this year, after many years in the automotive industry, I've worked with many students who come and go that express an interest in the industry. The student this year has worked hard to achieve the standards set forth for auto. The student is always dependable, collaborates well with other students, and communicates with me during class as well when absent with emails. The student shows great passion for learning the industry and will be a valuable asset to the employer. This year's outstanding student is Sean Tracy.
Next up is Careers in Education with the instructors Jennifer Anishevitz, Cheryl Lamoureux, and Elizabeth Gunnell. Brianna Clay. Maisie Haskins Tardif. Olivia Salema.
We would like to thank these 3 students for what they have contributed to our Careers in Education program these past 2 years. They have all gone above and beyond the call of duty each day when they enter our classroom. Part of the Careers in Education course includes working in our student-run laboratory preschool classroom. We'd like to present them each with a special gift made by our preschool students. This is a gift for them to take with them as they graduate and start the new chapter in their lives. It includes the handprint from each of our preschoolers on the front of their bag. With the quote, "While we try to teach children all about life, children teach us what life is all about." We hope you'll take this gift as you use this bag, and please remember your time spent working at the Cheshire Center Preschool, the memories you have made, and the life lessons that you have learned. This evening, we are recognizing Brianna Clay as our outstanding student. In addition to being a great student, a hard worker, and a strong leader, she has also served on the State Board of Educators Rising. Educators Rising is our student leadership club. Bree has been involved at the state level and brought information back to our local chapter. She has proved to have great leadership skills and a solid work ethic. We wish her all the best as she begins her college career this fall at RIT in Rochester, New York. Congratulations, Bree.
Next up is Computer Programming with Patrick Lagasse. Brendan Cloutier. Mark DeArcy. Finnegan Hayes. Landon Heinrichs. Ryan Jackson. Kevin John. Samuel Murray. Elijah Fippard. Camden St. Amand. Jasmine Warner DeMond. Dylan Wilson. Xander Young. Ethan Younger. And Brent Zukowski.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. So first off, I haven't heard much for the class of 2022. Let's give it up, class. Come on. Yeah. You too. Let's go. Congratulations on what you've all accomplished. It has been a hard road, and you should be really proud of what you've gone through and how you've gotten through it. I am, I think, the luckiest teacher here at the Cheshire Career Center. I teach a program where, for the most part, the students sometimes come in knowing as much or more than I do. It kind of makes it easy. Most of the time, the students send emails at 2 in the morning saying, hey, what's wrong with this code? And I'm thinking, why don't they ever sleep? And parents, if you came up and saw my classroom, I question what's going on at home. There's a lot of pictures of my face on a llama in my room, so I'm not sure what all that means, but it makes me question things. No, I have an amazing group of students here. My program is computer programming, and students learn to write software in multiple languages. These students here are learning how to code in all kinds of different environments, so pretty much no matter what college or university they continue on to, or career path, they're going to have exposure to a language that that university or the career will use. These students have, like all that have come before and will come after, have completed a rigorous 2-year program. All 4 of my courses offer college credit, so most of these students on the stage here are leaving with 13 college credits, so virtually a full semester of college done before they leave high school. So that is something I think they definitely deserve a round of applause for. Every year I'm amazed. I always think, well, it can't get better than this. It can't get better than this. And even through all the trying times that the world is going through, I have to honestly say that this full academic year has been my best classes and my best teaching year at Keene High School. The students are amazing. They're supportive of each other. They work well together. They work well individually most of the time, except for seniors right now are kind of pulling a leg muscle and they're trying to finish the run here. But they're just a pleasure to be with. I look forward to being in my classroom all the time. And I want to talk about my outstanding student because I'm fairly certain that at the end of this academic year, I'm going to have to retire a particular computer and chair in my classroom because this student is there block 2, block 3, block 4, and I time every day. Every day. As a matter of fact, today he wasn't. He had some other things he had to do, and I had some things I had to do block 4, and we were worried we're going to have to get him some counseling because he spent so much time in my room. This student is going to go on to study computer programming at NHTI, and I have to honestly say he is one of the finest and nicest young people I've ever had the pleasure of working with. My outstanding student is Mark Darcy. One last thing I'd like to say, because if I gave my scholarship out during scholarship presentation, then it kind of would have given away the outstanding student. I'm presenting Mark with a scholarship for $1,200 to NHTI for this coming year.
Next up is construction trades with Andrew DeRoche, Jay Lepoli, and Hans Porsich. Back again. Jonah Frost. Sharik Khan. Aiden Payu. Caden Raffiani. Liam Redfield. And Trent Russell.
I was hired in March to teach construction trades program with the help of Hans Portich and Jay Lepley. This program teaches students employability skills and knowledge necessary for entry into the high-demand field of building trades, working with hands-on learning to focus on how to safely set up and use hand and power tools, ladders, and scaffold personal protective equipment. They also learn how to apply mathematical concepts and principles to accurately frame floors, walls, and roofs. Also install doors and windows. In the short time I've been here, the students have worked together with the guidance of Hans, Jay, and myself to complete the task at hand, to get the modular home ready to truck out of the building. The construction trades outstanding student this year has an interesting sense of humor. He showed up on time, ready to work, participated well in class and in the shop, and was helpful to others. That student is Caden Raffiani.
Next up is cosmetology with Dawn Lagasse. Lacey Champney. Michaela Dawson. Angela Ford Callahan. Megan Frazier. Alexis Hayes. Elena Lanou. Harley Phillipson. Victoria Ratner. Phoebe Rigg. Juliana Serpico. Cassandra Smith.
Hello. I wanted to say that I am so honored to have had the opportunity to work with these young ladies over the past 2 years. They've developed their knowledge, skills, and understanding, not only as it applies to cosmetology, but for each other. Always encouraging and supportive in their quest for success. They have learned to overcome many unexpected obstacles, to say the least. I am sure that they will go on to do great things, whether it's in this industry or not. So anyway, sorry. I'm just very excited for them. Congratulations to all of my students in cosmetology who have earned hours toward their post-secondary programs as they continue on. They've earned 250 hours toward their 1,500 hours that they will need to be licensed. So I'd like to move on to my cosmetology outstanding student. The decision for this award was difficult, as several students fit the typical model of the outstanding student in my classroom. It's been incredible to watch her grow into a skilled student that shows dedication, devotion, and passion for this profession. Although there was a period of time when she was unsure it would be the path that she would take after high school, once she found their passion, there has been no stopping her. Some things that her classmate said about her: she always works hard. She's a wonderful, kind person that is always willing to help others. I truly envy her hard work. She is an outstanding student. This student plans to pursue cosmetology in the fall at Keene Beauty Academy. Her integrity and determination will assuredly bring her success in the future. The Cosmetology Outstanding Student Award goes to Phoebe Rigg.
Next up is Culinary Arts with Scott Rogers and Kathleen Prolofoni. Keller Grissom. Cosmos Laristis. Garrett Nichols. Caitlin Rorka. Savannah Scannell. Joshua Sleeper.
Before I get to the outstanding student in the program, I have to admit something. I was kind of hoping Dr. Gallagher might leave before I had to say this, but the kids back here, if you put them under a lie detector, would tell you the real strength in the culinary arts program is off to my right here, Kathy Polifroni. I put on the show most days, I'm not lying, but she sets up, she breaks down, and she does a fair amount of the teaching, so thank you, Kathy. Gee, I'm wondering, can anybody guess who my outstanding student is here? This year's outstanding student's teacher's dream come true. He's eager to learn, he has a great work ethic, he gets along well with others, he listens well and can follow multiple step directions. He works well both in an independent setting and a group setting. This year's outstanding student is Keller Grissom. Oh, and by the way, there was one more scholarship also for the Culinary Arts program, and I just want to quickly mention it is going to Keller. But I just want to mention what this scholarship is. It's the Culinary Arts Scholarship, and I'm very proud of it because it comes from the hard work of the students in our lab restaurant. When they do a good job, people give them tips, and the tips go towards the scholarship. So Keller, when he gets back tomorrow, can thank all of his fellow students for the hard work they put in to help put him through college. So thank you.
Next up is Drafting and Design with Dean Joyle. Reagan Buffum. Tristan Coronis. Devin DeRozier. Liam Dow. Darian Droshan. Cameron Fry. Alexander Payne. Ryan Smart.
I'll stay low. Good evening. Drafting Design is really a pre-engineering design program. Students are introduced to many aspects of both drafting and design. What we use is board drawing. We use engineering skills, two-dimensional drawing, and three-dimensional drawings as well. We use different programs, one called AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Chief Architect, many different realms. Students usually choose to concentrate, and when they take, to be considered a completer in my program, they've had to have taken 4 semesters within my program. And it can be anywhere from all the way from their freshman year all the way through. So that's where we're at. Student completers typically choose to pursue either a secondary field, either mechanical or architectural design, and we work on strengthening their spatial skills. This year, my outstanding student worked hard throughout. He'd been with me for the last few years. He's going to go outside of my field a little bit, and he will be pursuing automotive repair at Manchester Community College. Alexander Payne.
Next up is EMT Fire Science with Graham Gitchell. Starting with EMT, Trevor Amadon. Olivia Croto. Gavin Gruber. Quinn Healy. Stephen Marquez. Liwa Masood. Robert Noel. Abigail Pride. Benjamin Stanley. Phaedra Stemp. Austin Wyman. And for Fire Science, Max Doyle and Nicholas Filimonov.
Quite a crew. Good evening. My name is Graham Gitchell. Chief Nancy Carney, who teaches at EMT, was unable to be here. I'm the coordinator for the Fire Science program. We've had a strange dichotomy the last couple years in the fire and emergency services. With the pandemic, obviously, there's never been a greater need, especially for new upcoming firefighters and EMTs, and unfortunately, it's never been more difficult to get them the training and certification that they need. I remember in March of 2020, I was actually teaching at the Fire Academy when we got the message, we're going to send you home for a couple weeks till this pandemic thing passes. So it didn't work out so well. So anyways, most of these folks were in the Fire Science program last year. A few of them came through the Health Sciences branch as well toward the EMT. Fire Science, unfortunately, last year we weren't able to run the full certification program, but did get some good training in, and were able to get these folks the National Wildland Coordinating Group Wildland Firefighter 1 certification, so they did leave with that. EMT this year has been a little bit more normal. I know you guys are just finishing up your, or getting into the ride-alongs to finish up the program, and they'll be eligible to test for their National Registry certification as EMTs, which is awesome. For our outstanding student in the fire side of things, fire service, you know, everybody's got their strengths, and we try to play to people's strengths. Some people can fit into tight spaces. Some people can last a long time on an air pack. The outstanding student for Fire Science and EMT, he moves things. He moves hose lines, he moves people, and heck, he moves walls when you need him to do that. So, outstanding student for Fire Science and EMT is Mr. Quinn Healy.
Next up is Health Science Technology with Catherine Kissel. Chloe Bardis. Peyton Fitzpatrick. Maya Frazier. Bella Goodell. Emma Rose Greenwood. Alyssa Lehman. Cameron Lovejoy. Eliza Mitchell. Rebecca Parks. Marie Prock. Maria Ranta. Trinity Reed Bonaparte. Claire Stroshine. Kaya White Brooks. Kaylin Willett. Serena Willett.
Okay. All right, good evening. I teach health science technology. It's a 2-year program for our juniors and seniors who are going into the medical field. We cover everything in the basics our first year, from communication skills, medical ethics, lots and lots and lots of safety. The second year, the kids get to pick what they want to do out in the community, whether it's allied health or I also coordinate and teach the LNA program. This year I had 11 students that went into the LNA program. They have to do 60 hours on top of all their work that they do in the classroom. I give them lots and lots of credit. They had to do it on the weekends. We showed up at 7 a.m. at the facility. They worked till 5 p.m. And they did a great job. As you can imagine, in the last couple of years of COVID, it has not been an easy thing. I want to give a shout out to Maplewood Nursing Home of Cheshire County, who have been just fabulous to work with, really great. There's been a lot of time that other facilities would not let students into their facilities because of the COVID, but they recognize the importance of keeping the pipeline moving. So they allowed us to go in. These students have had COVID test after COVID test after COVID test, lots of PPE, N95s, face shields, goggles, gowns, the whole thing, and they always did it without complaining. So my hat is off to you. One other shout out I want to make is to Nurse McDougall. When I was a student, which was a very long time ago, I actually remember her on 3rd floor as the head nurse, and it was years and years ago, and I worked on all the floors, and I worked in all the units, and I think she's really the only one that I truly remember, and I can remember admiring her when I worked under her, so it was very good. All right, so on to my outstanding student. This year's outstanding student for health science technology is a young woman who has maintained an A average for the past 2 years. She's an extremely hard worker. She has a natural curiosity for knowledge. She is respectful, engaging, and kind, both in the classroom and in the clinical field. She is helpful to her peers, and she is a role model. She is confident and self-disciplined in her studies. She's going to be a great nurse. She's going to go far, and this year's outstanding student for health science is Chloe. Yes.
Next up is horticulture with Hannah Hibbard. Sam Davidson. Noah Kress. Sean Simeon.
Good evening again. My name is Hannah Hibbard, and I'm the horticulture here at the Cheshire Career Center. The horticulture program consists of many aspects in agriculture, including employability skills, stewardship, but mostly focuses on production and marketing of plants, plant materials, and labor knowledge. Students work through the year learning about greenhouse management, nursery landscape, and floral design. They work very hard to have a spring plant sale located here at Keene High School, which was very successful this year. Students learn about the basic transferable job skills that can take them throughout their career. This year, my outstanding student is a kind, creative student who shows great integrity. They work very hard and are very resourceful when it comes to completing projects in our program. He will be attending Plymouth State this fall and will be working towards outdoor education and marketing. Congratulations, Noah Kress, on being the outstanding student and receiving this award.
Next up is IT and networking with Ryan Pym. Brendan Cloutier. Mark Darcy. Samuel Murray. Brent Zukowski.
Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Pym, Ryan Pym, and I'm the IT and networking teacher here at Keene High in the Cheshire Career Center. But before I go on and talk about my program, I just want to make sure you guys all recognize these kids. They've completed 2 complete programs, which is something to say. So if you ever have a computer problem at work or at home, I know some kids. I'm just saying. So all my courses focus on hardware, how computers work, putting them together, and then in my networking classes, we figure out how to get computers to talk to each other and share information, which is a vital part of life nowadays. And then we're wrapping up in cybersecurity, and as you know, it is a huge topic right now in the world. We take a look at not only hardware aspects of it, but we get into how hacks work, why they work, and how to prevent them. So these kids know how to do a lot of things. So I'm very impressed, impressed with what you've done. So for my Outstanding Student Award, I've had the pleasure of getting to have this student every single morning, every single day this year. We've gotten to know each other pretty well. He's a hard worker for the most part. Like every kid, he gets distracted with certain songs on YouTube. but he really shows a hunger and a thirst for knowledge. I can always assume that this student is going to have a question I'm not going to know the answer to, because those are the types of questions he asks. He also keeps me on my toes of acronyms. I don't know if you're aware, but in the IT world, there are 80, 90 acronyms you need to know. And I can assure the student that, yes, I've practiced studying and I know what the acronyms mean because I know he's going to ask. The last characteristic of the student is his helpfulness. If I don't know the answer, he'll help us find the answer. If I'm busy, he's helping somebody else, whether they want it or not. But he will help them, and it just has a great positive attitude every day so far this semester. So, Brent Sikowski.
Next up is manufacturing with Brian Fillion. Samuel Davidson. Kyle Foster. Jonas French. Matthew Lambert. Calvin Lordy. Quentin Lyons. William May. Miles McLean. Noah Michaud. Marshall Roof. And Jacob Sargent.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Fillion. I'm the manufacturer and instructor here at the Cheshire Career Center. What I like to say about the manufacturing program here is our students here, we build things. We start with machines that are turned by hand. And then as we move on to a more sophisticated machine, these students have to learn to teach the machine. They learn a different language. What is that language? Well, it's called CNC programming. They have to learn how to program a machine using G&M codes. We make things of this world all around the country. These students that you see behind me have shown me that they can succeed in making a successful life for themselves, not only in the machine field, but also in life in general. So I just want to thank them for that. I also want to say that I'm glad that I got to meet each and every one of them for this year. And I was glad to be part of their life for a small portion of it. This year, who I chose for an outstanding student, my students know that I run my shop just like an industry. I'm the owner, they're my employees. The student that have chosen is one student that I feel was adequate, that proved that he was my foreman. In a shop, you have a foreman who actually runs the shop. The owner kind of just hangs around. When I was busy with something, this student jumped right in. His classmates would ask him the questions for help. It was great. So he has shown me leadership. He has shown his classmates that he can be a leader. We can all be proud of him. Not only is he my outstanding student, but in the very near future, he is going to go away and serve our country in the United States Air Force in August. My outstanding student, Quentin Lyons.
Next up is marketing with John Lupa. Ian Bergeron. Ryan Duggan. Wyatt McDonald. Gage McGurk. Austin Morris. Robert Noel. Tanner Payne. Ava Pelkey. Jared Rokes.
Okay, good evening. This year's outstanding marketing student was not a difficult decision. Most years it is. It usually comes down to 2 or 3 students. You analyze their grades, their CTSO, their internships, their work-based learning, and you make a decision. This year, all 9 of these students exhibited excellence with their work ethic, attitude, and willingness to adapt to many challenges and obstacles over the past 2 years. This group still did all the extra marketing things for the high school and the Career Center, such as the Toys for Tots campaign and the principal's Nose to Chin for the Win campaign. Let me take this opportunity to go over a few things, not just with my students, but the entire senior class. Freshman year was normal school. Sophomore year, pandemic hit, remote learning started, which were huge adjustments for everybody, all of which were out of their control. Junior year, hybrid, which was half-time here, half-time learning on your own, then fully remote, then back to hybrid, and finally in May, we were back to full classes. Senior year, what most remember as normal school. But I did forget one thing, and that is the start time change halfway through their school here at Keene High School. It was a major challenge for most of the students that worked or wanted to work, and I know it was an issue with the Career Center. So in 4 years of high school, they've never had a year that was similar to the previous year. There was constant change, 4 totally different school years. Most adults, and I'm one, don't deal with change very well, but these students found a way to adapt, adjust, and excel. Now, with everything they've had to endure, and all 9 of them having an A- or better average, doing all the extra things such as social media campaigns for local businesses and Google's digital marketing certification, I was told to choose one student who was outstanding. I couldn't do that, and I wouldn't do that. This group of students has been through so much in 4 years and did it all with maturity and a work ethic beyond their years. I am proud of the entire group. The 2022 Outstanding Marketing Students of the Year, all 9 of these amazing students.
Next up is TV film production with Matt Olson. Colin Donnelly. Matt Keller. Josh Mary. Quentin Wilson. And Ethan Younger.
All right. The best goes last. Is that what it is? Okay. I'm required by, I don't know, a lot of certifications and laws to tell you that outside the auditorium, when I'm done, and that's a big when I'm done. Oh, no, there isn't any cake? There is, just not when you're done. Not when I'm done. Okay. Thank you. I got a heckler on my last one of these. Okay. So, TV and film production. Uh, you know, Mr. Lagasse gets to come up here and say how he's got the greatest kids and all that. I disagree. I have the greatest kids. Some of these kids here were with me when I first started, Matt and Quinn specifically. And through these last 4 years, we've gone on quite a journey together. And, you know, we're in the business of telling stories. And we got to tell a really great one over these last 4 years. And I'm really, really proud of them. And it's just been an absolute joy. From everything that we've done, including bringing back our morning news show, expanding it out to this incredible new thing that we now have an awesome new studio for. We also, you know, we did a carpool karaoke thing this year, thanks to this guy. And also Quinn in the hallway, big deal. Big guy, big deal. Every week, these kids continue to amaze me, not just with their continued growth and their skills, but also their passion and their knowledge. And that ultimately is what it's all about. And getting into my outstanding student, I just want to say, in previous years, I've picked students because of their technical abilities and some because of their character. And this particular student is the personification of both. He is incredibly talented. He is truly one of the funniest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, working with, and knowing. He's going on to UNH to continue his film studies. Quinn, it's you, buddy. I don't know if Mr. Lagasse's going to say something, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the point where we have to acknowledge some people that helped make this night possible, and I think Mrs. Antashevitz is doing that right now. Hold, please. We're going to go this way.
So Mr. Olson is right. There will be cake and some punch in the hallway. We'd like all of our families and students to join us afterwards. But just quickly, tonight is intended to celebrate our students. However, the Cheshire Career Center will be losing at the end of this year 2 very important instructors on our staff. And right now, we would like to recognize and thank these 2 very special ladies that have always gone above and out of their way to give their best to their students. This is including spending their weekends and school vacations, either supervising them at clinicals or supervising them in the Blackbird Beauty Salon. I've had the privilege and pleasure to work alongside of them for the past 15 years or more. I've lost track of time. We want to thank Mrs. Kissel and Mrs. Lagasse for everything that they've done for their students and congratulate them.
I'm just here to sing. No, so there's another person, 2 people actually we want to recognize tonight. First off, let's give a warm applause to Charlie Hansen for doing the announcing tonight. Thank you, Charlie. Last and certainly, and you notice I'm not using a mic, so last and certainly not least is who I would say we all recognize as the face of the Cheshire Career Center. She works tirelessly to make sure that you have the stuff that you need in your classrooms, that we have the stuff that we need in the classrooms to help teach you. And she comes into work every day with an amazing positive attitude, a smile on her face. Everybody loves her, just an amazing person. Please let's give it up for our administrative assistant, Miss Janine Jewell. Okay, so, cake. The culinary students, again, have done amazing things for our school, and we have refreshments out in the lobby. We love to mingle and talk to the parents, and thank you all for coming and making this a great, great Career Center award tonight.